What's up guys, Xavier Rules here for Desktop Bodybuilding and we are back with another video, and today we're wrapping up the 2019 Vancouver Pro and Hadi Choopan takes out the win in the Opens and in the 212s, which we're going to wrap up as well. We had Zane Watson taking it out, Canadian winning a Canadian show, which is cool to see. And Hadi Choopan, I mean, he's the talk of the town right now. And I think if he was doing the Olympia, he'd be even more so the talk of the town, because I've heard people say, Chad Nichols I saw on Instagram said, is this the best bodybuilder in the world right now? It's viable. It's viable with how good Hadi looked. He was crazy. But anyway, guys, I just want to mention a few things first. We're going to be wrapping it up. Team Andro as well. I used their pictures in this video, so credit to them. And also, I'm doing pictures because the videos out there are sort of crappy right now. And I don't want to give up crappy quality videos where you can't really see the comparisons properly. I want to put photos up and you can judge them. And at the end of the video, I'll have some comparison photos as well as the individual ones I put throughout the video. And also I've got something from an ex-IFB top pro bodybuilder, a guy who actually beat Ronnie Coleman to some extent, and what he had to say about Hadi Choopan and if he was a fan or not. So that's pretty interesting as well. So you guys will really enjoy that one. But I want to mention before we get into it as well, Dennis Wolf, it's cool to see him. He's supporting, I believe, his friend or maybe a client. I'm not too sure because everything they put up now is in another language. Steve Benson, and he was at the show. So it's cool to see him still around bodybuilding, even though he is retired. And yeah, let's launch into it and let's talk. I just want to talk about quickly as well, Nathan De Asha and Hadi Choopan here battling it out on stage. Literally, like, they're just knocking elbows. Look like they're trying to knock each other out just about, which is cool to see. And knowing Nathan, that's his attitude. He's like, nah, you ain't standing in front of me. So let's launch into it. I want to mention this guy. I don't actually know this dude's name because the photos weren't pulled up anywhere that I could find with names sort of attached to them. So I just want to shout out to this guy's arms. Ridiculous. Some of the best biceps I've ever seen in bodybuilding. So shout out to him. It's just his legs weren't quite up to it. Quincy Winkler as well. He came in at 13th place. People are interested in him because he's Rolly's brother. His arms have come up. Everything's come up. I mean, his arms have always been good, but not to the level of Rolly, obviously, and not to the level of placing top 10 in one of these shows. In 11th, we have Sibu Siso Catello. This dude, I've talked about him before. Crazy physique. Like, his shape is ridiculous. He just needs to get harder and crisper, basically. You can see there in the side, his glutes aren't really in, and he just doesn't have that deep, sharp separation in his legs, but that'll come with age. And if he just keeps coming in and keeps improving, he's only 26, he's going to be crazy. In 8th place, we have Samson Dowder. My man, this dude is an absolute legend of a person, and he's going to be, I believe, a legend of a bodybuilder. He has an awesome shape. Like, he's just looks so good. He poses well. I think in this lineup, it was tough. If this dude had been competing in some other lineups earlier in the year, he'd be placing top 5 with his physique easily. And as he did in the British Grand Prix, he placed second. But I think his best maybe was still at the British Grand Prix, and I think he just needs to come in harder without pushing himself really hard, because I feel like he flattens out a little bit when he comes in, tries to push the conditioning too hard. But overall, I still think he looked crazy good here. So credit to Samson Dowder in 8th place. In 7th place, we have Slavoj Bednar. Now, I'm totally guessing how to pronounce that, but this dude was big and shredded. Now, not as big, like frame-wise, not that big, but he was thickly muscled and peeled to the bone. And that's why he beat out Samson Dowder, which, you can debate as well, because Samson's shape is so good. So he comes in 7th. In 6th, we have Quinton Area. This dude is, or Area, sorry if I mucked up Quinton. Crazy physique. Like, look at that front double bicep. He is 24 years old. Only turned 24 in May as well. So it's not like he's about to turn 25. He is legit 24. Turned pro only a couple years ago in classic physique. And trust me, he looked nothing like this. Nothing like this. So this dude has a massive future, and congrats to Quinton placing 6th here. Great contest season. He's done for the year now. So he's going to be coming back next year, and his goal is to win a pro show. And with the progression he's made, I do not doubt it. In 5th, we have Josh Wade. Now, Josh Wade's physique here, much harder than Chicago, in my opinion, because Chicago, he brought a fuller look, which I thought was quite good. but he comes up a few spots here and he is crisper. And from the back, you can see he's harder. That back lat spread at Chicago wasn't looking too crisp. Looks a lot crisper here. But at the same time, I know I said he was a little bit too full in the last one and maybe spilled over a little bit. This one, I feel like he's a little bit flat. So I feel like once you sometimes go one way, sometimes guys overcorrect it a little bit too far the other way. But I think this looks better. Conditioning is Josh Wade's thing. And he comes in nice and conditioned here. Let's move on. 4th place. This man, Ian Valliere, this dude is another big dude. He is huge. Literally, his side chest is phenomenal. Side tricep looks awesome. And where it really falls down for Ian, which I've mentioned before, is his back. If he can bring that up more, I mean, I think it actually looked better than the last show he did, which was Toronto, where he placed second. If he can bring that up even more, then I feel like he's going to be doing really well. So hopefully next year, he comes in with a bigger back, but he's going to be trying to point his way, I assume, or win a show before the Olympia is here, and he can definitely do that. Now, moving on, 3rd place, we have Lucas Ozdil. Lucas is crazy. Like, this dude placed 4th at Chicago. I thought he definitely could have been higher. I said at least 3rd, but he didn't get really comparisons too much next to Michael Lockett and Charles Griffin, and no one was really looking at anyone apart from those two for the win. Honestly, looking back on it now, Lucas Ozdil honestly could have won that show. He is crazy. He has one of the best back double biceps in the world. He sticks his bum out a little bit, which is a little bit different, but plays up on his strength. He's got crazy huge glutes, peeled from behind everywhere. Back is huge, shoulders huge, arms huge. So that creates a really nice back double bicep, and this dude impressed me here. And honestly, this dude, like, they were comparing him and Nathan for that the second place. So credit to Lucas here, and I thought he came in better this time than Chicago. But honestly, I think he's still phenomenal. And Chicago maybe got a raw deal. Let's move on to 2nd place, and that's Nathan De Asha. Look at the shape on this dude in the front lat spread. I mean, every time I look at Nathan, I'm like, wow. Like, it just almost like, I love that he's got a different physique to everyone else. Like, no one has Nathan's physique. Probably no one ever will again have a physique quite like Nathan, which is cool. And I sort of like that because sometimes now you see some physiques and they're just big and packed full of muscle and they sort of all start to look the same a bit. Not Nathan. Now, this look he brought to this show was fuller. I actually spoke to Nathan and he said, yeah, he was. I said, you're a bit fuller, hey? And he goes, yeah, a lot fuller. He was bursting full, which you can really see in the photos as well. And he asked me his honest opinion. Now, I think the British look was a little bit better where he's really, really crisp. But this look is also good as well because in some shots, like the crab most muscular, he looks better than he did in the British show, in my opinion, slightly better. But in shots like the ab shots and a few other ones, he doesn't look quite as good because he's just not quite as crisp. He looks a little bit like he's got a film of water or something, or he's just spilled slightly. So for me, I think Nathan sometimes goes one way or the other, like really crisp or really full. I feel like you can find a balance maybe, around that British look, maybe even if he just loaded a tiny bit more, but like he said to me in a message, he said, you can't really get that huge fullness with that real crispness unless you're Ronnie Coleman. So very good point there by Nathan. Now let's move on to the winner, Hadi Choopan. And wow, this dude looks amazing. Like to beat a guy like Nathan. Now I picked Nathan for the win in my previous videos you guys probably saw. Hadi really surprised me. Like I didn't know this guy would look that good against this sort of lineup. This was a very, very good lineup, guys. Don't debate that whatsoever. This was a good lineup and Hadi won it, and he's a 212 competitor. He would wipe the floor in the 212s. He could win it for 10, 15 years. Like he is, I don't know how old he is really, but he could win it for many years to come. Many, many years, and I don't think anyone would probably touch him. Maybe a Derek Lunsford, but Derek would have to be peeled to the bone. So yeah, Hadi, very, very good here. Every shot, really, he looks phenomenal. His side tricep here, that is one of the best side triceps you will see on the planet, if not the best. I mean, I know you see Rolly, he's got the bigger arms and stuff, and Phil looks crazy, but he's got the tight midsection, and it just flows so well. Which, for a guy that I always thought was blocky, he doesn't look as blocky when he's shredded. So, credit to Hadi, and he would be dangerous if he was able to do the Olympia, but as far as I know, that's not really an option for Hadi, unfortunately. And yeah, which is really unfortunate because he would be awesome to see on the Olympia stage in the Opens, in my opinion. He'd win more money most likely. So even Chad Nichols said that is he the best bodybuilder in the world right now? Possible. I don't know because I haven't seen that comparison, but he beat Nathan, and Nathan's good. He's placed 7th Olympia and 8th, I think, once or twice as well. So that's impressive. Now I want to show you guys a few comparisons here. You can see here in front double bicep. The guy that really stands out is Hadi, to be honest. Nathan's waist also stands out as well, but you really see it sort of shows up Lucas Ozdil's downfall in that front double bicep, which is his flow. Now, the side chest, I think the top 3 guys, actually the top 4 guys here, all look crazy. They've all got a really good side chest. Nathan, with the bursting fullness, looks a lot better in the side chest, I think, than I thought he would here. Hadi, I mean, his upper body resembles Kevin Levroni's in this shot. Now, I'll put the side by side here, and it sort of does, like just that upper body, and his legs are crazy. So, very impressive shot for Hadi, and you can see Lucas is really full, got a massive chest on him. And then back double bicep, that's where Lucas Ozdil comes to play. And Nathan's not quite in that shot there, so it's not that fair. But Lucas, the crazy glutes, the crazy back, like as I mentioned before, he wins that shot. He honestly wins that shot against Hadi, which Hadi looks crazy impressive in. And then the most muscular, really the top 3 guys look really good here. But the guy that you first look at in this shot is Hadi. Your eyes are drawn to him. And Lucas Ozdil, that's one of his most impressive shots too, that crab most muscular. And Nathan looks crazy full as it there as well. So very impressive. And yeah, I've got to say, Hadi, I wish he could do the Olympia because I wish I could see what he looked like on stage next to all the other dudes, because this was an interesting thing for me to sort of watch and look at. But I'd love to see it on the Olympia stage, just to see how he looks against everyone else. Like, see how he looks against a Brandon Curry, see how he looks against William Bonac. That'd be super interesting because those guys are sort of similar sort of heights, I think. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we'll be seeing that anytime soon or at all, unfortunately. Now, let's move on to the 212s. So this one will be quick. Only 4 competitors. In 4th, we have Prince Bolabang. This dude's really good. Looked great in Toronto earlier in the year. I believe he got 3rd, actually. Here he gets 4th. I mean, there's 4 guys and they're all good guys. So, unfortunately, he gets last, but it's not a physique that's worthy of the last place in the 212s. 3rd, Steve Benson. Crazy hard. Crazy hard. Not the best shape. Probably out of the top 4, you'd say he's not the most blessed in terms of a shape. Like, probably the least blessed. But honestly, comes in great condition. You can't deny conditioning. In 2nd, we have Bola Ojex, who actually got 2nd in Chicago. And Zane Watson, our eventual winner, he got 5th. So, and I thought Zane sort of got a raw deal in Chicago as well. And it was some weird placings, but the top 5 was so close. But I thought Bola should have been a little bit lower. Here, Zane Watson gets the the nod and wins the show. Crazy physique, super pleasing. Like, he looks almost like compared to last year, his shape looks so much more pleasing. I don't know what it is, but I think last year he was a bit fuller. But yeah, he looks like a really good classic physique guy here that's maybe struggling to make the weight limit. His legs are probably too big for classic physique, though, I reckon. And his back, the one knock on him, his back needs to come up a little bit. But honestly, very impressive. Zane Watson, great posing, great shape. I love his look. Clean cut as. So very happy with him winning. And also, I just want to mention in the amateurs as well, Cody Drobot, who's a guy who I've followed for a while, won his pro card. And I believe he's in bodybuilding because he had bodybuilding trunks on. And he gets his pro card. I thought he's a classic physique dude, but maybe he can only make the weight in the pro ranks, so maybe he'll switch back to classic physique in the pro ranks. But I've heard he's only about low 190s in terms of weight. And this dude, he can grow into the 212s, and he's got an amazing physique. So credit to Cody, and congrats on winning your pro card, man. Like, you look sensational. But guys, actually, before we go, this is what I wanted to mention. Ex-Mr. Olympia competitor, Gustavo Bedell, the freaking Rican, actually beat Ronnie Coleman in the challenge round back in 2004, I think it was. And he had this to say about Hadi. He put up this post and said, "Congrats to the new phenomenal physique. No for me, thumbs down." Ooh. Now, he's circled and put a little arrow to his shoulders. And basically, he's implying, and a lot of people said unversed info and all that sort of stuff. And I mean, you can say that, but in the photos from on stage, you don't see it much. So if there is some sort of site enhancement oil in there, it's pretty well hidden. and I can't really see it too well. But off stage, you see it a little bit more. So maybe the judges in the front row can actually see this a lot better. But I don't know if that would be enough to really pull him down, because a lot of the time you see little sight spots on guys where they've done their last shots even, or maybe guys that have used some sight enhancement oil. But overall, I don't think it should hurt him too much. His forearms are a lot smaller than his arms, so a lot of people say that's a sort of sign that someone's using sight enhancement oil, but I'm not going to make a call on it. I'll let you guys judge for yourselves. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. Let me know, do you think he's used stuff or not? I mean, he's obviously used stuff, but what sort of stuff? And guys, let me know what you think about all these placings. Did Hadi deserve to win? Did Zane Watson deserve to win? What do you think about Nathan De Asha and Lucas Ozdil? Do you like Nathan De Asha's look more here than the British Pro? Let me know what you think about all the placings. And also, I just want to finish on this. Check out all these dudes. They're basically called the aesthetic crew, because you got here, you've got what's his name, Sibu here, you've got Samson, and you've got Quinton. These three dudes are sensational, and none of them have been training that long, I don't think. Sibu, he's only 26. Samson's 33, but been training 5 years in the middle. And then on the right, you got Quinton, who's only just turned 24. That's the future there of bodybuilding, and that excites me. But guys, let me know what you think about all this sort of stuff. Also, give me a thumbs up if you enjoy these sorts of videos. I love making them, but if you guys love hearing them, then I'm going to do more of them. And also, let me know if you wanted any specific topics covered. That's always fun. And I've actually used a few people's comments to make videos, which is cool. And guys, if you're not subscribed, subscribe now. Hit that notification bell button. You'll be notified of every video that goes up, and it helps me out so much. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for all the support and all the sharing and all that sort of stuff that you guys do. For Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are out.